Ferrari, under the ownership and guidance of John Elkann, must climb out of the deep and persistent abyss of difficulties that the team has been experiencing in Formula One in recent years. To achieve this ambitious goal, the Scuderia needs a genuine and authentic leader, someone truly charismatic, ready to take calculated risks, and endowed with an authority that cannot be questioned by anyone within or outside the team. Unfortunately, the current management structure of the team, along with Frederic Vasseur's mandate as team principal, represents almost the complete opposite of what is required at this crucial stage, at least for the present moment. A substantial and decisive change in the direction of the Maranello-based team is not an unattainable dream or a distant possibility. It only requires a strong, unwavering determination and the immediate initiation of a thorough and radical transformation across all levels of the team. And the moment to act is now. The team from Maranello is effectively trapped in itself, stuck in a kind of limbo characterized by a long sequence of disappointing results, a period that now exceeds 16 years of history without substantial success. What Ferrari desperately needs is a profound shakeup, stepping down from the symbolic pedestal, fully acknowledging that the current organizational and operational setup of the sporting division is failing to deliver meaningful results, and adopting a completely renewed mentality with a fully redesigned strategic work plan that can address the technical, operational, and competitive challenges in Formula One. Yet, what continues to circulate publicly are merely repetitive words, statements that have been heard many times before from John Elkann himself, without any genuine innovation or actionable substance to accompany them. The latest statements from Johnny Agnelli's grandson, John Elkann, confirm precisely this trend. John tackles topics with which he is very familiar, approaching them with his characteristic nonchalance, discussing subjects that are in reality very far removed from the intensely technical universe of Formula One. And truly, no one could reasonably criticize him for this approach. Being a highly skilled world-class manager and owner of a legendary brand like Ferrari does not automatically imply, by reflection, that one is an expert in the highly complex and hyper-technical world of the pinnacle of motorsport. The president of Ferrari has repeatedly emphasized that he personally believes in the team, assuring the public and fans that the issues and ongoing developments concerning Ferrari are very close to him on a personal level. He has consistently reiterated his intention to restore the Maranello team to its rightful place at the very top of Formula One, where Ferrari belongs, both historically and competitively. His ultimate goal remains unequivocally clear: achieving success at the highest level of motorsport. However, cultivating trust in the current situation, especially after yet another string of repeated promises, is far from easy because grandiose declarations continue to follow one another, yet the tangible results on the track remain consistently unchanged. The design and development of the 2026 Ferrari Formula One car, which is being built specifically to comply with the upcoming new regulatory cycle, are currently in the hands of individuals who have already demonstrated, in previous seasons, that they may not be fully capable of delivering the results needed for championship success. This has been widely discussed and analyzed over recent weeks, with experts and commentators recalling that the team, during the so-called wing car era, failed to achieve any significant or meaningful results. The 2025 Ferrari car was a particularly poor vehicle in almost every measurable sense, and, despite the team's efforts, it has proven virtually impossible to improve it effectively. This raises an obvious and pressing question. On what solid basis can future trust and confidence be built in the current management and technical entourage surrounding the team? Ferrari, in recent years, has consistently struggled to get anything right on track. When it seems that the car might be competitive and capable of adapting effectively to a given circuit, the operational work on track often falls short, resulting in wasted opportunities that could have been maximized with better execution. Conversely, when perfect optimization of the car does occur, a very rare occurrence, the track conditions are often unfavorable, and the overall performance still fails to meet the high expectations that the Ferrari team, its fans, and stakeholders rightfully have. In many ways, this has been the story of Ferrari's ongoing championship campaigns over the last several seasons, including the current one, as they attempt to find stability and consistency in performance. Does this mean that John Elkann should step aside completely? Should he disappear from the scene and hand over ownership and operational control to other individuals or external entities? Absolutely not. What Elkann could, and perhaps should do, is consider taking a strategic step to the side, allowing himself to be advised and supported by individuals who possess deep knowledge of Formula One, who live and breathe the sport, and who understand how to manage the complexities of a top-tier racing team with ease and efficiency. These are individuals who have consistently made a meaningful difference in Formula One over the years, and who have all the tools and expertise necessary to do it again for Ferrari. Adrian Newey, for example, was indisputably one of the most suitable people to reverse the current stagnant technical situation and bring a fresh and revolutionary approach to Ferrari's car development. Adrian Newey is a true genius when it comes to the technical and conceptual principles that define success in the pinnacle of motorsport. Did he desire too much control or influence over the projects he was involved in? Perhaps. But for an individual of his extraordinary talent and intellect, it is impossible to place limits on his abilities. His boldness of thought and innovative mindset must be allowed to operate freely, unimpeded. Any team that hires someone of Newey's caliber understands that he will always be a force to be reckoned with, the kind of opponent and challenge that Ferrari itself would need to beat in order to succeed. This alone makes the hiring of such a figure worthwhile, knowing full well that they would be working alongside a rare and exceptional talent whose presence alone can change the trajectory of a team. Another high-profile former Red Bull executive currently available in the market could also be extremely beneficial for Ferrari. Christian Horner, a manager with comprehensive skills who could take responsibility for Ferrari's operations from A to Z. Horner, too, should be considered for a role that gives him access to the operational and strategic keys of Maranello, not as an owner, but as the team's leader and the person ultimately responsible for the performance and management of the Scuderia's racing division. Horner is a capable, authoritative, and experienced individual, exactly as Luca Cordero di Montesemolo has repeatedly emphasized in public statements and interviews over the years. At the present moment, Christian Horner is available, and with the right negotiations and vision, he could return to the Formula One paddock, don the iconic red suit of Ferrari, study the technical and operational aspects of the prancing horse in great detail, and gradually initiate the type of transformative process that Ferrari urgently requires to regain competitiveness at the highest level. Italy has long been recognized as a historical hub of motorsport talent and innovation, but it is important to acknowledge that the United Kingdom has consistently produced exceptional minds in the technical and managerial domains of Formula One. In certain respects, British engineers and managers have demonstrated a higher level of skill, efficiency, and strategic acumen, and this must be recognized and respected. John Elkann must fully understand the scenario before him, overturn preconceived judgments, and place absolute and unwavering trust in a competent and proven leader. The last time a similar organizational and strategic approach was implemented at Ferrari, extraordinary results were achieved. Montesemolo himself was a highly experienced and capable leader, yet he chose to rely on 2 or 3 extraordinary individuals who ultimately made all the difference. Elkann has all the necessary resources, influence and decision-making authority to rewrite this scenario for the current Ferrari Formula One team. Nothing is lacking. The potential for transformative change exists, and all that remains is for him to act decisively and take the necessary steps to ensure Ferrari returns to the top of the sport. Let us hope that he is indeed considering this path, because the time to act, both strategically and technically, could not be more urgent.